or to apply the kin back. Warning, this is not for kids. Wait. Just wait. Yeah, just read this. Like pause video. There ain't no way I'm reading this again. Okay. Load. This. Oh my god. Great start. I'm already tweaking. As you walk through the hallway, your eyes. What was that? Sound doesn't work? Well, wait. Let me check. I don't know how to check. As you walk through the hallway, your eye. Oh, wait. No, don't worry about it. Your eyes caught on something on the nearby bulletin board. A poster was plastered on the large board. The Hallows Ball. Come enjoy the festive spirit of Hallows Eve. A Halloween party, huh? Seems promising. A sudden small vibration came from your phone. Curious, you took out your phone, expecting another message from Saul. It was from Crow. Your heart leaped from your chest, recalling the events that happened earlier this afternoon. Can you meet me after class? I'll be at the front gate. You didn't send a reply. Turning off your phone, you quickly made haste to the exit. You approached the school's gate, keeping an eye out for your friend. Sure enough, there stood Crow in all his glory, posture straight with his arm held behind his back neatly placed on the floor, and his foot tapping on the concrete floor nervously. He looks pissed. Did I do something? You yourself were growing nervous with each step you took as you drew closer and closer to him. When you reached his side and made your presence known with a small greeting, you noticed the way Crow's eyebrows raised in mild surprise, as if not expecting you to actually show up before him. He cleared his throat before composing himself properly, his body now facing in your direction. You wanted to see me? Yes, Lifting his bag from the floor, he slings a strap over his shoulder and offers his hand for you to take. I'd like you to take you somewhere, it's a bit near the park. I'll lead if you let me. Wait. Yes. Return. Now which one? I can't decide. I would do eeny, meeny, mo if I knew it, but I don't. My cat's next to me. We're getting distracted. No, we're doing this. Take his hand or take his arm. Take his hand. You take his arm and return. Crow wraps his fingers around yours. His nervous smile melts into a genuine, happier one before he leads both of you away from the school's gate and to the streets. Nice. By the time you and Crow made it to the park, it was already sundown and start slowly painting the sky. Is this the place you were trying to lead me to, Crow? Not quite, yeah. Come here. What is going on? You follow him through the thicket of thick bushes, surprised to see stony stars, though a bit run down. It still seems sturdy. Can I read, please? I still can't read. Nothing has changed from the last time. I have school in 4 days. How am I gonna read there? Well, it is in a different language, but still, I don't care. Look up, you see it leads somewhere above. You and Crow made it your way up the stony stairs. Some red and orange leaves colored the steps as you and him avoid a few puddles from the rain this morning. We here, come, it's sight to behold. Whee! Taking one step, you see Crow admiring whatever was beyond him. His smile bright as his eyes twinkle like the stars above. Your eyes went wide in awe upon seeing the scenery before you, replicating the one Crow has on his face. 5 minutes. Oh, I just started. How is it already 5 minutes? Not once did you take into consideration of the idea of seeing within the city. Everything felt unfamiliar, intimidating even. You couldn't blame yourself for feeling distressed about the idea of traveling, especially since you had no one else within the city to guide you. But gazing at the sea of lights that stretched out before you made you realize that you have been missing much of what the city has to offer. Looking farther ahead, you take notice of the tall tower decorated with bright neon pink lights. But gazing at the sea of lights that stretched before you made you realize that you have way. A little bit it's right, a little bit to its right is a movie theater. Next to a mall, the rows of other buildings with multicolored lights seemed endless. The more you scan the area, the more you see unfamiliar places that you didn't know existed. The moment of silence while admiring the city view was... Okay, stop. The view was coincidence? It was interrupted part by the sound of rustling grass. You turn around, finding the source of the sound. Crow has made himself comfortable lying on the ground under an old tree. You see his backpack leaning on its trunk. He looks like a girl now. Don't say that it's wrong. Look at his luscious. The message popped up, kinda gay. But him looking feminine is not gay. Maybe he's gay. I don't know. You turn your back from the city and walk where Crow lay, deciding to keep him company. His gaze on the starry sky shifts to you as you sit down beside him, and a hopeful smile grows on his face. Judging from your face, all lighting up, you like this place, huh? Care to join me? Accepting his invitation, you give Crow a slight nod that brought joy to his eyes. You stretch a bit and lay on your back right next to him, your fingers barely touching. You and Crow look at the night sky. You observe how the stars twinkle as if the rain from this morning never happened. How did you manage to find this place? You tilt your head to look at him and he gives you a closed-eyed chuckle. Before his twinkling gaze meets you. I take it that you've never heard of Lily's myth, have you, V? Lily's myth? Crow points up at the old tree that stood above you, then returns his gaze to the stars. They say that this tree that humans came in contact with was blessed by the gods that guard this land. The very same tree here used to bear multiple fruits. They say that they never rot and and are free for anyone to take. What are these messages? Wait, pause, I hear car. Nobody can hear me playing this. Because, no. Fuck. Okay, it was just my grandpa, so everything's fine. I don't need to end this part early. Gladly. Okay, now I'm back in my bed. Or so what the popular oh my fucking god. Or so what the popular interpretation says anyway. There are other versions of the myth? Crow shrugs his shoulders. Moving his gaze from the sky back to the trees, he stares as if trying to decipher something just by the mere look of it. There are other versions, yes. Some say the fruits are actually poison. What? Others say it's only meant for the gods and no human must take from it. Sorry for yawning. I'm boring myself somehow. And no human must take from it lest they be cursed. That sounds quite gruesome. It's no wonder they would rather use the lighter version of the myth. Crow let out a low chuckle at your statement, nodding but as if agreeing with you. Oh shit, that's what nodding is! That's what nodding. I can't speak. I want to show you something I made today. That's really off topic. But the character I made is another Yandere character from the Freak Circus. Like, yay! Yay! I guess that might be one of the reasons. Hey V? He paused before speaking again. You perk an eyebrow at him. Yeah? This seems like a silly question. No, lay on me. Tell me what it is. Do you believe in gods? The question caught you by surprise. I never thought of Crow as the religious type. More so be interested in gods, or maybe he's just curious about the idea of them. You may be the best moment to know for sure. In real life, I don't. You don't? No, I don't. I believe in one's hard work. Does that count? Crow merely chuckles at your statement with a hand resting on his chest. He shakes his head slightly as if he couldn't believe you just... Why am I laughing? Believe he just heard you say that. I don't mind the people who believe in them. I just don't like the way some of them worship the very ground these so-called gods walked on. You scoffed. I believe that everything is made possible through everyone's efforts, be it as a team or as an individual. Their beliefs only give credit to deities for everything, and it's an insult to the forgotten people who sacrifice themselves to make things happen. That's deep. You recall the townsfolk who endlessly praised and worshipped your Patreon deity for the bountiful harvest. You and your family broke sweat and tears for. You watched the effort of your labor were all thrown into some invisible being which, as far as you knew, returned nothing but calamities, one after another. 'Twas only a miracle that you, your father. Oh my, what was that? What happened to my voice there? And the damn farmland are still standing, and your crops still thriving even after so much damage. Crow noticed the way you browse for. He says nothing, but the look in his eyes tell you that he shares your sentiments wholeheartedly. This is why we're two peas in the same pod. How about you? Do you believe in gods? He turns to Crow, repeating the same question he asked you earlier. He scanned your face, your eyes, your nose, and your lips. His lingering gaze makes you shrink back, your heart fluttering slightly. Crow seems to realize something to himself as he returns his attention to the stars above his side. I don't. This surprises you when Crow laughs at your visible shock. What is my friend something? Surprises you when Crow laughs at your visible shock and confusion. What? You didn't think I'd be a non-believer? If I have to be honest, no. Why so? You kinda dressed like a priest. Crow's Azure eyes grew wide as he broke out into one of the loudest laughs you ever heard from him. He laughed so hard that he had to clutch his stomach and wipe the tear stained corners of his eyes. 15? Damn. He was still chuckling when he unbuttons the first two studs of his black ball, revealing more. What is he doing? You quickly avert your eyes, finding the tree's leaves to be very interesting at this moment. As you feel familiar heat rush to your cheeks. Who's that? Less formal? For fuck's sake. Isha board? Isha board? Isabod? Ichabod? Ishabod? How am I supposed to pronounce that? It feels like I'm seeing Victoria's woman ankles for the first time. What's that supposed to mean? Crow grins at your reaction. It took the both of you a few more seconds of going back and forth with his teasing and you reprimanding him before you finally calmed down. 3 stars. Oh, that's nice. Thanks, Sharky. The next few moments were spent with you pointing at the stars and Crow teaching you the constellations with a gentle whisper-like voice. You both fell silent, basking in the peace of the night. It would be awkward if I was actually there. Why am I yawning so much? As the silence prolonged, Crow fell deep in thought. About today, V, and about the guys. So we're moving to this conversation next, huh? I've got to be honest, they really put me up on this little hangout while I was feeling down on the dumps. I think I do have to thank him for forcing me and actually gave me the courage to talk to you after class. He let out a breath he didn't know he was holding, refusing to meet your eyes. I just didn't know if I upset you by silly dragging you into this group. I probably should have told you about them a long time ago, huh? I'm sorry, V. You bit your lip. You suspected that you might have upset Crow by making him think that you didn't like the group presence at all. And he's forcing you to bend to his will. One thing to know about Crow is that he never the type to demand no control to be a king, to be a Triant. The fact that I know what a Triant is because of an AI. No, that's bad. Stupid addictions. You didn't do anything wrong, Crow. In fact, I should be the one to apologize. You speak up without thinking. Crow turns his head to look at you, his gaze swirling with confusion at your apology. I'm sorry for making you feel bad. I didn't mean to be upset. I just forgive me for the whatever the word was, for the sudden stop. I'm just having technical difficulties. Just watch me play like one level of this, or 2 or 3, not too many because I'm too lazy to edit these all together. Yeah, balls. Why did I say it like that? Well, what's wrong with me? I have a skill issue. Yeah, I'm doing just one level. Oh. What was that sound? What the heck, bro? I'm giving myself an ick. Oh, I'm so ass at this, dude. Get me out of here. I need money. No, I'm rich, but I want money. Money. I have skill issues. What's that? Go back. Camera. come on, I don't want to do this. I hate this game. You're just gonna watch me crash out of course. Oh yes. You guys be kidding me. Dude, you saw that? That's how scared I was. I went silent. Silent. Finally! Thank you. Oh, gambling. Well, this is not gambling, but... Oh, come on! I want the burger. Oh, burger. Come on. Lucky. Be lucky. Yes! Awesome! Yeah, let's play football. Y'all gonna watch me play it. Don't look at my name. Ha, skill issue. I have skill issue. No. No, I never lose at this. I'm peak at this. No, bro, stop. No, why is he not going up where I wanted to go? Stop it! Skill issue. No, I swear to God, I have the skill issue. I'm just crazy or something. Get away from me, twink. Wait, that's literally my name. Anything but this. Why is it so hard to control this? What is this? Do you not just stop it? Stop, stupid tomato. I hate tomatoes. Yeah, I hate tomatoes. They're the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. Why is it so hard? I'm getting tired of this. This is good. It's good if I don't get this in there. I don't want to do this. Thank you. No, again. I'm done with this. Thank you. Finally. That's it. I'm done recording. 4 minutes. Wait, I'm still